Hey guys, so we've been practicing noticing how scenes and plays build upon one another. Today we're going to look at how poems do the same thing. I know we've done this earlier in the year, but we want to focus on it again because it's something you really want to think about. It's not super easy. Why this is important is because it makes you really think about how the author intentionally set up the setting and foundation, and then he adds details to help the reader understand and visualize. It makes you think deeper, which is the ultimate goal of reading. So today I'm going to show you reading Humpty Dumpty. And I'm going to go read it all the way through first. And then I'm going to go stanza by stanza and I'm going to paraphrase. I'm going to say like what it's talking about in a quick way for you guys to help me take notes. So let's go ahead and we're going to, sorry, one of my children looked at me and I got distracted. Okay. We're going to go ahead and we're going to read Humpty Dumpty. I picked this poem because it's springtime. So springtime, you think about eggs a lot of the time. And you guys are actually going to read a different poem about an egg too. I also picked it because I had a lot of stanzas. And a lot of you might know this little egg from downtown Swanee. Humpty Dumpty. And our poet is Joanna Lawson. Or John Arno Lawson. One of them. Stanza 1. And I can even, if I want to, write a little 1 next to it. Okay. Stanza 1. Maybe I can. Oh well. Can't figure it out right now. 1. There we go. Humpty Dumpty hid himself underneath a chick. I'm far from a wall, so how can I fall? I'll never again be stricken. I know that's like, I'll never again be hurt. By sad misfortune or bad luck. So he's never going to be hurt by sad misfortune or bad luck. If I fall from this nest, I'll get right back up. But then something inside him started to stir. He had no idea what was bound to occur with that chicken on top of him. Oopsie, I'm still writing. I want to stop writing. Okay. Though he knew something odd was tapping about right under his fragile skin, he had no idea, not the faintest idea of the danger he was now in. And before the poor fellow could figure it out, before he could reason or voice a doubt, a crack appeared within his neck, and he broke apart from within. Peck, peck. Okay, so we read the whole poem just to kind of get an idea of what's going on. And I know it's talking about how like Humpty Dumpty, in the beginning, he's hiding under a chicken and he's not anywhere near a wall, so he's not near this thing. And he's like, okay, I'm not going to fall again. I'm not going to get broken again like the other Humpty, like he did in the other poem of Humpty Dumpty. And then something started happening inside his skin. And like in the inside, there was something tapping. And I know when I get nervous, my belly hurts, but it doesn't usually feel like tapping under my skin. So that's different for me. In the end, it's talking about how he didn't have an idea he was in danger. And then all of a sudden a crack appeared within his neck and he broke apart. Peck, peck. What do you think that peck, peck is? He's hiding under a chicken. See, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go stanza by stanza and get it a little closer. So I'm going to show you what I did. All right, so that first stanza, I paraphrased. Stanza 1, see that S1? He hid under a chicken. You guys are going to be typing your paraphrasing, and it's just a couple of words that make sense to you about that stanza. So in stanza 1, he's hiding under a chicken. In stanza 2, it said, I'm far from a wall, so how can I fall? I'll never again be stricken. And so I wrote, he's far and he's scared of the wall, because that's really what's happening. He's scared of the wall because he fell down, I inferred, from the other poem I know, Humpty Dumpty, when he fell off the wall. Stanza 3, by sad misfortune or bad luck, if I fall from this nest, I'll get right back up. So now I know he's like hiding under a chicken and he's in a nest. I visualize that now. And he's not going to get hurt. So he's sitting in a nest. And I wrote down, he's not hurt if he falls from a nest. But then something inside him started to stir. He had no idea what was bound to occur with that chicken on top of him. So in stanza 4, something is changing. And I wrote a little note just because I wanted to remember to say something to you. But really, it's talking about how something is changing and he doesn't really know what's going to happen. Stanza 5, though he knew something odd was tapping about right under his fragile skin. So I wrote down tapping, and then I put, is it a beak maybe? And I wrote down fragile, and it's fragile because he's an egg. So you could write a whole sentence, you could write a couple words, however you want to paraphrase so it makes sense to you. Stanza 6. He had no idea, not the faintest idea, of the danger he was now in. So, oopsie. And stanza 6. So he's over there, he's too busy thinking about that wall. I wrote preoccupied with the wall. You might say too busy thinking about the wall. And he didn't see this new danger. So he's over there thinking too much. And in stanza 7, and before the poor fellow could figure it out, before he could reason or voice a doubt, so before a crack appeared within his neck. So he's over there and something is changing. Before he could realize what's happening, he's making a change. It's cracking. And he broke apart within. Peck, peck. And I realized that meant a bird was hatching. So when he was hiding under a chicken, he's probably a baby chick. So that's how I went through and I paraphrased each stanza. That way, it helped me understand the poem better. You're going to do the same thing today, where you're going to read a different poem about an egg, and you're going to paraphrase each stanza, and it's going to help you understand your poem better. Now, tomorrow, we'll take all that and we'll answer some questions about the poem to really show that we can truly understand it. You can do that if you want to today, or you can wait for the lesson tomorrow, and that way you see my thinking too. All right, have fun with our poem.